Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Marvel Rivals high-level ranked cast. As usual, I am Tetcher, and we're going to go through all the preambles super quickly here because I've got a very fun game for you, and I'm also very tired because I've already recorded and edited the news today. So, let's jump into it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you like what's going on here and help grow the channel and fight the YouTube algorithm. Shout out to our members who help keep the channel going. Puffman, Dilly, Doki Pokey, and our longest running member, John. Much love to you all. Make sure to subscribe so that we can try and hit that 5,000 sub goal before MRC starts so I can do some live streams of some of the games during that. And, of course, if I can get access to the replays, some of the live streams of the Marvel Rivals Ignite that was announced a couple days ago at the time of recording, which, as a reminder, it is the 12th of May. There's our preamble. Let's get our game set up. I've got a belter ready for you today, and we are going to be jumping on into it. It is a Hall of Jalia game, and we have some top-level players. We have Rymazing, returning once again, Crimzo, Sintara. On the other side, we got Pokemon, who I believe is Pokey, continuing to make their like 8th Pokey named account. Jibory, we got Hopper, we got Enzo. We have some crazy high-level players today. Which I believe Sintara is currently the #1 ranked player. I believe it's them who we are jumping in on today. Oh, and Enzo is here as well. God, this is a stacked lobby. We're starting off with Psylocke and Groot getting taken away. Nice early pickups on one of the biggest bursts and one of the best anti-tank characters. Rymazing, looking to maybe want to play the Iron Man, who again is creeping into the meta again. Has been sliding back in slowly. Gonna see Hella removed here, and Red Team with nothing. No second ban for them at all, meaning that Flyers, Human Torch, Iron Man, all of which are available. And it looks like Rymazing is wanting to play the Iron Man without the Hulk to give it that buff. LFset, though, they will be Human Torching, as will BlameMe. All the Flyers coming in here except for Storm as Pokemon. Going to be bringing out the Star-Lord. Very flying heavy game at this early stage. So we are heading on in. New rocket skin as well. Let's have a look at it as we jump through our players and introduce who we have playing in today. On the left-hand side, in the blue trunks on defense, it is going to be Sentinel's Rymazing on the Iron Man. That was loud, turning that down on my side. We have Crimzo on the Emma Frost. BlameMe will be playing Luna Snow. Space will be playing Magneto. Sintara is on the Rocket Raccoon. And lvset will be playing the Human Torch. And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, we're going to have, on attack, BeyondPokeymon playing the Black Widow. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Black Widow. Okay. Playing the Black Widow. That's what is happening. Jibory on the Luna Snow. Chime on the Iron Man. Logan. Sextuple 4 on the Loki here. LFT MCHOOOOPER on their own Human Torch. And Enzo 2 will be bringing out the Emma Frost. Pokey with the pickup onto BlameMe, starting off in a solo Vanguard composition. Decides to just try and poke from range with that Black Widow. Being forced to back away, though, taking a little bit of damage. Wants to try and take out these Flyers, which are so popular these days. So playing someone with this much burst could be a solid choice. Taking a little bit of damage. Here comes the Seer to try and create a little bit of zoning potential as the entirety of blue team is starting to push around the corner. Chime and lvset both have been taken out here as they begin to push on in, with both teams going very heavy on the Flyers. Rymazing forced at an angle here as the dive comes in. Chopper with the extra poke. Enzo getting melted by this Unimi, but it's not enough for the finishing blow as Chopper with the Supernova is creating a wonderful choke point here. And between Enzo, Chime, and Hopper, that is going to be easily enough to clean out the defense. And point #1, Flaming Media to try and chase down, but Chime picks up the elimination. That is going to be point #1 going over to the red team. As Logan drops a fade of both worlds there, purely because they'd already cloned at the beginning of that fight. They did not need to ult, but might as well use it while it's on cooldown. Once again, trying to zone, trying to siege, trying to create an angle where they can step up. Mind's Aegis comes out, that's going to give space a little bit of, well, their own name to back away and get some of the zoning positioning. As in comes the Psionic Seduction, trying to catch any of those front lines. Plasma Burst comes on out, counter Neil Peasants with that Psionic Seduction from Enzo. Invincible Pulse coming from Chime and Rymazing. But Rymazing is the one who gets the elimination, but they're picked off by Pokemon. Pokey's trying to play forward, trying to just stay on the point, picks them up, able to take out Sintara, who was trying to escape with some verticality, but they will get picked off by lvset. This is just a highly aggressive game right now, as everyone is just getting taken down over and over again, as everyone's all in on damage, it seems, just really trying to create some pressure. Flaming Meteor to disengage. You can disengage downwards to get a little bit of cover on this map, on this ramp. BlameMe keeping the team topped up as best as they can. You can see the shots from Pokemon flying past as they try to find a target. Landing a couple hits, not enough for any finishing blows as the Supernova comes out, forcing them to disengage. Gonna get the Loki heal, but is that gonna be enough as the Meteor M comes out from space? Does not find a target, but it's enough to set up for Rymazing. Get themselves another elimination. The duel goes in favor of Chopper here, who's continuing to do a lot of damage, but will get outnumbered and taken down by lvset. So much is happening. This game is a nightmare to observe. Everything, nice. Everything is happening so quickly. It's hard to keep track of it all. Little bits of damage coming in from the side. Sintara doing a good job trying to keep the team topped up as best as they can. Rymazing playing low for now. No reason to play high when Pokey is on the flank. Although that is a very interesting flank here. Gonna take out the BRB. Remove that little bit of extra damage as jibory will fall. Looks for lvset. Looking to find the final hit. Hits one. Doesn't find the second. Gets unibeamed. That will force them to back away here as Rymazing sieging from a distance, trying to track him down, but unable to land the finishing blow as it comes to Psionic Seduction. Coming in to try and lock them down, but Crimzo is taken out. Ultimate shutdown, and Logan drops the invincible boundary to try and protect. Invincible Pulse Cannon point blank into the diamond form, and Enzo says absolutely not and just eats it. Psionic Seduction trying to get through with that extra Mind's Aegis. It's enough for the protection, but lvset will still be chased down in the meantime. Rymazing using that Mind's Aegis means they will be still up in this fight, trying to duel once again with Hopper. These two have met each other many times on the ladder before. And now the battle in the sky. Pulse Cannon from Chime. Into the backline, only finds BlameMe, but that's still a good target. Jibory with the fate of both worlds, which will be expiring here. They've abandoned their own Loki in for that invisible boundary, as we've seen earlier. Sintara to Sia will expire. Space, Meteor M, literally the only ultimate currently available, although Chopper will soon have Supernova. Same with lvset, but lvset falls. 1 minute and 11 seconds left as Jibory falls. Blue team are holding this second point and are going very aggressively here. Trying to create a little bit of space. Beautiful pickup onto Beyond Pokemon. Lot of damage being dealt from that Unibeam, but another pickup space. Taking those flyers to task here. Landing the shots like it's duck season. Good hit. We'll be backing away a bit though. Don't want to get caught out. Chopper still sieging from a distance. Finds the lvset on the flank. Flaming Meteor not landing the hits, but it's still able to get a little bit of damage with these blasts. It's enough for the finishing blow and the shield from the Invisible Woman to give them that extra opportunity as in comes the Meteor M to try and block it deep into the backline, but it's not enough to get any finishing blows. Enzo has swapped to Strange to try and get to the point to give their team chance for that overtime. Coming in, 5, 4, 3, touching, holding, back and forth through the portal. They've already touched it, meaning they get the overtime. Now their team can play a little bit more defensively, go a little bit slower. Slow and steady. The invisible boundary has come out for the red team, taking down lvset. Here comes the the Seer, getting targeted down. Trying to finish it off here, will take it out. Invincible Pulse Cannon comes out, but no one was touching the point, meaning that that push is over. 1 point, 91 meters and 2 centimeters for red team. Can blue team push even further? Let's have a look at some of the statistics while the teams lock in their characters. Rymazing, top damage for their team with 10k. lvset with 8, but lvset with 10 final hits, being very efficient with their damage. Space and Crimzo, by the way, with 8 and 9k damage as well, keeping up with their DPS, showing once again just how powerful a good Vanguard can be. And on the red side, top damage in the game is going over to the former rank 1 player, MCHOOOOPER. Doing so much work. 14k damage. Enzo a little bit behind on 10. Chime on 9. 6 final hits for Chime, though. They've been able to keep up pretty well with Rymazing in terms of both damage and final hits. Least amount of times getting eliminated. Going to be a 2-way tie. 3-way tie between Sintara, Crimzo, and Space. And Crimzo swapping off the Vanguard here by the looks of it. Currently on the Mantis. Ah, I see. Damage boost for Space as they try and set up the mines. See if they can catch anyone on the rotation, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to take the bait. Mine goes off. Not going to take anyone out, though. I like the effort. I like the attempt. Crimzo back onto Vanguard after they try a little cheeky rollout strat. So, for those who do not know, there is a spot in the main spawn point for the attackers where, as Penny, you can aim at a certain star in the sky, shoot up your mines, and they will land right in the doorway here on the first point, meaning you can get elimination, in theory, before the door even opens. Mantis there trying to do a damage boost to increase the chances of that happening, but it seems that no one took the bait. Making their way up, pushing in forwards. Shots coming in, you can see the Ironmans continuing to just pile on the pressure here. Chime doing a very solid job this time, using this choke point to their advantage, landing quite a few shots down to the low ground so they can get a map heal. Don't rely on your healers to look up. Come to them sometimes. As Chime will be forced to back up, though, as Rymazing will take out Pokemon. Pushing on through. Good damage output. Blue team holding the line. Here comes the counter push, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to touch in time. BlameMe coming in, but they're forced to go a little bit too high, and they will lose the point. But they bought an extra second or two. Pokey was on Doctor Strange for a second there, but it's now swapped over to the Star-Lord, going back to this triple damage dealer. BlameMe keeping the team topped up. Doing a little bit of damage, but is looking fine for the moment. Has that full has that barrier restoring almost all the way to full right now, so they can heal their flyers. Saving it, though. Saving it for when it is needed. Rymazing and Chime, both an Invincible Pulse Cannon. Here comes Rymazing, getting completely blocked out, though. Here comes the Supernova from Hopper. Trying to push on in. Media M for Space to try and snipe the backline. Cheats the bridge, but will not be able to find any elimination. Counter Invincible Pulse Cannon. Able to take down Crimzo, using the Invincible Boundary for a little bit of cover. Chime doing some good damage here as lvset will be countering with their own Supernova, but they forced a Flaming Meteor away. Red team on a hyper-aggressive defense. Galactic Legend, every ultimate being chained together here, and Star-Lord was an inspired choice with so many flyers. Why not have an auto-target? Blaster Barrage inside the building. They're chasing Rocket, who's just so mobile, but there's only so long they can run for. Or is there? There we go. Really taking them on a roundabout run there. The Star-Lord working out very nicely, taking a lot of damage, but able to back up, get healed by the rest of the team. Crimzo, Psionic Seduction, trying to take out Chopper. Shield is there, but it's going to lock them in. Is the damage enough? Yes, it is! As the lvset will land the finishing blow. Chime from above doing huge damage to try and get the pick up. Rymazing unleashing Trying to take out Enzo here. The damage output is good. Not even needing the Hulk team up here. Both teams just saying that Iron Man will do. The return of Iron Man into the meta. It's been a slow affair, but teams seem to like it, as that is GG. Flaming Media once again, too slow to touch the point, no one on the point, and that is blue team taking round number 2 and will take the game in a 2-1. lvset taking MVP there. And for good reason. 13 final hits, 15k damage, which is the second and third highest in the game. Rymazing and Hopper able to take the highest damage in the game. Rymazing with 17k, 23k for MCHOOOOPER. As usual, I pronounce it differently every time because I don't know how to pronounce it and no one has told me yet. Super high elimination game though, especially for Vanguard. Space with 7, Chime and Enzo both with 8, both with 14k damage as well. 1k less than lvset. But lvset with those 13 final hits. Landing those finishing blows for Rymazing. Doing good work, even though they were taken out 9 times. Player who was taken out the least is going to be Space, only going down 3 times that game, while still managing to take 32k damage. 3k more than Crimzo. 2k less, though, than Enzo, who did an insane job with the tanking this game. You see, the rest of it was a little bit spread out, as we were a mostly triple duelist game for the majority of the time for Red Team. Another for the statistic books, where triple duelist did lose, but there were some times where it was working very well. So perhaps a meta shift could be on the way. We'll have to keep an eye out on it. For now, though, standard double or triple Vanguard or triple strategist seems to be the way, as opposed to triple duelist. Still one of the weaker compositions in terms of statistics, at least at the highest levels of play. So, top healing gonna be going over to Sintara, using that rocket healing output, while still out-damaging BlameMe, actually. Nicely done. Able to get 29k healing. Second highest in the game is the legendary Jibory with 24k healing. Expect to see a lot more players in these, a lot more of the top players returning to these games, so we'll be getting some very high-level stuff, as of course, Rivals Ignite has been announced and the teams are going to want to qualify, meaning a lot more practice will be coming in. We'll also be likely to be seeing a lot of scrims. Now, I don't have access to those, and the teams won't share them, and I would not ask them to do so, because they're obviously not going to want to show strategies before both MRC and Ignite, which are happening almost at the same time. So, as far as I am aware, I should jump back to camera. I don't know why I'm just yelling at you from a stat screen. As far as I'm aware, the in-game stuff for Ignite appears to be in-game, implying if that is the case, I will be doing what I do for MRC, and I'll be casting those games as well. It might be a situation where I alternate. For the qualifiers, I'll just be doing the best I can and finding the best games. I'm just going to try and bring you the top level of game that I can. Doesn't really matter where that's from. I'll just be trying to bring you whatever the best games are. I'll be bringing you MRC. I'll be bringing you the Ignite. I'll be bringing you all games I have access to replays for as best as I can. Obviously, time constraints accepting. But for now, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all had a lovely time. If you're watching this on its upload day, then the news should be coming out in a couple hours, so make sure to check that out. And if you're watching it on its public release day as opposed to its member release day, then please make sure to check out the news for the last week. I'll be trying to release that every day. Sorry, every week. Jesus Christ, every day. That's a way too intense a video to make every day. But it's a lot harder for me to make, and I'm not expecting it to get as many views as these casts. But if you do like it, it is appreciated if you head over and give it a full watch and give it a like and a comment. That way it does get pushed out to more people. And we want to spread the love for esports. You watch my channel because you like commentary and you like esports. That has to be the case, because otherwise it's weird that you're here. Maybe you just think I'm cute. Maybe. But make sure you check out that video. It's a lot of work to do, but I like doing it. I like trying to just keep people up to date because there's so much esports and I want to share that love with the world that I have for these games. And of course, as usual, if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this one as well. That would be appreciated. Hit that join button if you want to support even more directly, or hit that thanks button if you want to send a one-time donation to help the channel grow. It would be appreciated. If you're a tournament organizer and you're looking for a caster, I am available. In the description below this video, you will find a business email where you can send a message saying, hey, I'd like to sponsor, or hey, can you come cast this? And the answer will be presumably, probably. As long as it's not like a day I'm busy, then I will absolutely jump in. If you are netties, I will always make time for you, baby. For now, though, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I have been Tetcher, and I will see you all tomorrow.